Hey guys, John here from learningguitarnow.com. And in this lesson, we're going to take a look at a beginner level Tore Down Eric Clapton style solo. This tune off From the Cradle is one of my all-time favorite shuffle blues tunes to learn. And it's a great one to know if you ever go to blues jams, because they always call this one out. I created this solo to have a similar vibe from this album, but it's a bit restrained so the beginner level blues player can learn it. To get the tone for this lesson, I used my Germino Classic 45 and a 2x12 cab using Celestion Heritage G1265 speakers. Also added some plate reverb using Transatlantic EMT 140 plugin and some room reverb using the IK Multimedia Sunset Sound plugin. We'll go ahead and take a look at the first couple licks for free. And if you'd like access to the full lesson, the interactive tab, Guitar Pro, backing track, check out the All Access Pass. If you want to learn how to start breaking out of that first position minor pentatonic box, then check the link below to get my free blues mini course complete with interactive sound slice tab, PDF, and 8 MP3 backing tracks, completely free. Okay, let's go ahead and start this lesson. Okay, now I'm going to break the solo down for you into 8 separate licks. This is in the key of C. I'm using Dunlop Jazz 3 pick, and I'm using the middle selector switch on this Heritage H535. I got the bridge volume on 9, and I've got the neck pickup volume on around 7.5. The tone is down to around 7 on the bridge, and the tone is just down to around 9 on the neck pickup. So when you get that in-between, selector switch that Clapton uses a lot when he's playing a 335 style guitar, a lot of times he'll crank up the bridge pickup slightly more than the neck pickup just to give you a little bit more bite. So for instance, I got this. So if I turn it on, just say for 10, and I'm going to turn the neck pickup down, and I got the middle selector right here. Now if I turn, just say the neck pickup to 10, you get that real kind of quacky sound. But I have found that a lot of times he'll vary that. And if he wants to get more intense solo, just turn the neck pickup down a little bit. And I think he, a lot of times is starting out with the bridge pickup maybe on like 7 or 8. And it gets more intense, he'll crank up that bridge some. So that's another thing to take note of when I'm getting the tone for this lesson. So the next thing you want to think about when you're playing a shuffle blues like this, it's 4/4, we're swinging the eighth notes. So instead of counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we're getting that blues feel. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, to get that classic shuffle sound. And it's an incredible feel that he gets on the version of From the Cradle. So one thing you can do to practice that when you're playing solos, just to get better at getting that rhythm down in your head, is just take the first position minor pentatonic scale. We're in key of C, so that's 8th fret, 11th fret with your pinky. I'm just going to go descend 11 to 8, high E and B, That's your first position minor pentatonic scale in key of C, of course. Now let's swing the 8th notes. So tap your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Just that type of thing, just getting used to getting that rhythm in your head. Sped it up, because it's kind of a fast shuffle. So however fast you want to do that, tap your foot, get a metronome out, whatever, and get down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. and just getting that ingrained into your head. It makes soloing a lot easier when you have that shuffle kind of a feel going. Okay, let's go ahead and start out with lick number 1. Sounds like this. Okay, lick number 1, we're starting right before the 12 bars come in. And so I got the metronome, the click is starting at the beginning. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Start on the 3 and 4, and then we're gonna have a rest. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna rest on the next beat, and then the 12 bars is gonna start. So we're hitting 8, 10 on the B string. And that's taken from the major pentatonic scale. I like to think of it as a first position minor pentatonic scale. But we're just adding that 10th fret of our B string. You know, we can easily add minor or major pentatonic to minor pentatonic right here, just going instead of pretty simple thing to do. I've taught about a lesson, numerous lessons about doing that. Anyway, that's our start. We got 8, 10. I like to use my first and second finger. Also, I think using downstrokes on a lot of these licks is what Clapton does. And if you want to get more of that sound, just getting that all downstrokes gives a certain sound to it. So we got 8, 10. We're hitting 8 on the high E, and then jumping immediately to our 13th fret on our B string, which is another C note. Then adding some of that classic Clapton vibrato. And then we're just going to bend up slightly on our 11th fret of our high E string. And that's just a classic move you heard B.B. King, a lot of blues players doing, hitting our root here on our high E, and then jumping up to the same note in our B string. So if you don't ever know what to do in any kind of a blues, that's a cool move to do. You can do it here. It just sounds different. Hit the note and then vibrato the next one on the B string. You could do this. That type of a thing. So the next step in this lick, we're going to do this. We're going to go 11. Comes in on the 3rd count of the next bar. You go 11, 8. And then we're adding that 10th fret again on our B string, kind of a major sound. Now we're going to go 8, 10 on the G string, and then slight bend that 8th fret of the G string. Classic Clapton move. We're just barely bending that 8th fret, which is giving us that minor third almost to the major third, which is what I always like to call the essence of the blues. So we got just a classic Clapton move. Sounds good in any type of blues as well. Okay, so that's it for lick 1. Okay, lick 2 sounds like this. Okay, so lick number 2, what we're doing is jumping to our 12th fret, our 2nd position minor pentatonic area right here. And we're going to strike 12th fret on our G string, and we're going to add that 10th fret to the 2nd position minor pentatonic. So instead of, 2nd position minor pentatonic is this, 12, 11, 13, like that. But we're going to add that 10th fret. You hear a lot of players doing that. It's a great little move to do. 12 and then 10 on our B string, 13 on our B string. Slightly bend that 11th fret. Right here, that 11th fret, that's our minor third as well. So it's the same thing as this. So cool thing to know, just bending our minor third almost to our major third. For more about intervals, please check out my Blues Guitar Method 1 course. So we have this. Now we're going to bend up. It's kind of like an Albert King thing. Pull it down. Pull off 13, 11. 11, 13. Swinging those 8s. Just getting that to sound really good. Okay, so that's it for lick 2. Okay, lick 3 sounds like this. Okay, so lick number 3, what's happening is we're about to come to the 5 chord, which is the G chord. So we're going to bend this 11th fret right here in our B. And this note that we're sustaining and vibratoing on right here, that's our G note, and we're playing over the G chord. So it makes a lot of sense anytime the 5 chord comes around, you know, emphasize that note. Now, it's an easy way to play to the chord, so to speak. Just bend that 11th fret slightly. Vibrato on our 8th fret. 10-8. Now we're going to slide in the 12th fret of the G string. I like to use my 3rd finger, and you want to let these ring out. So sometimes it's easy to get caught on that without them ringing out. So the challenge is to see if you can let them ring. That means you got to play more on the tips of your fingers. Then a backward slide. So we went slide in to 12. Now slide backwards to 10. A slight bend on 8. Then some heavy vibrato on our 10th fret. That's our root note C there on the D string. Now we're going to do this 8 to 9 hammer on. And that's a pretty easy thing to do. 8 to 9 hammer. 8-10 on the B string. Now let our 8th fret sustain here. We're going to add some vibrato as well. And then we're going to bend at 10th fret on the high E string twice, but only strike it once. And you hear a lot of blues players, especially Clapton, doing stuff like that, just bending it once or bending it twice, but only striking it once. So a lot of cool things to do in lick number 3, especially it sounds great and it's not very difficult to play over the 5 chord. And easy ways to blend major and minor in that first position minor pentatonic area. Okay, that's it for lick 3. Okay, well that does it for this lesson. If you would like the full lesson, all the other extras, please check out the All Access Pass. See you next time, and thanks again for watching.